Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's hobby live stream. I have a slightly different setup today because I'm going to be recording this or be using this in an upcoming video. So you should feel very fancy that you will be in it. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody in chat, Havman, and everybody else who is lurking. It is lovely to see you all here today. I hope you've had a good start to your year. I know we may have seen each other a couple days ago when I was painting up some Oathsworn miniatures, but today we have something very different. Still fantasy, so not, I guess, that different, realistically speaking, now that I think about it, but different enough. I have an Old Hammer Brettonian Trebuchet, back from the Warhammer fantasy days of the game. Hello, Gavin. Hello, Havman. Hello, Michael. I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. And I have been wanting to build this thing up for quite a while. And with the return of the old world coming way sooner than I was anticipating, I really was not expecting it to be so soon. I was expecting it to be early this year, but not January this year. So I am very pleased. Hello, Sean. Welcome, welcome. But because it's coming so quickly, I wanted to go ahead and start working on getting a little bit more of the actual, like, old Brettonian set that I managed to pick up during COVID from a local, like, person. They were selling it. I was like, cool, I will totally buy that. I think that's a pretty reasonable price. So I went ahead and picked it up. And this is one of the pieces that came in. It was the old, you know how, like, Warhammer Fantasy Battles used to do, kind of like what they're doing now with Old World, where they have the sets of just a single army, but it's a pretty pricey box. It's like $200-something. And it came with like just a big chunky starter set of that particular faction. Well, that's what I got of the Brettonians. I got one of those box sets. And in it came this beautiful trebuchet. The thing is, though, is this trebuchet is fully metal, as you can see. Look at all of those metal pieces. Now, I have painted some metal miniatures before. I have done some for, what was the name of the, hold on, let me check the guide, because I don't remember the name of the game off the top of my head. Oh, where is it? Where's the, hold on, I'm checking. Omnicron Protocol, that's what it was. I couldn't remember. But I got sent that, a couple of miniatures from that, which have been metal. I have painted some D&D miniatures, which have been metal. And I've done, like, a couple of miniatures that have been, like, partial metal and then partial plastic. Like, some old Warhammer tanks that I used to have the turrets were metal, but the chassis were plastic. So I've done, like, mixed, and I have done some small figures in full metal, but I've never done a large figure or miniature in full metal. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And I'm nervous because I've never built anything like this before. Sorry, just getting some music going for myself. I realized I had my headphones in and I was getting like weird because they're sound blocking. I was like, why do I hear myself so loudly? Because I meant to be listening to music. Hey, there we go. That's better. Let's maybe not have it too loud where I end up feeling like I'm shouting over myself though. Yes, I believe it can actually swing, provided I build it correctly. I do. Okay, so actually, speaking of which, Michael, I knew I was going to, so I got a couple of paper clips. I got 2 different sizes. Hopefully this will be enough. I'm sure I have more somewhere, but I don't know where they are off the top of my head. I did also pull out some green stuff. It's a little bit older, so we're going to start from, like, this end and hope that it works. I don't know if green stuff and milliput and all those kinds of materials have an age limit, but I suspect they do, at least on, like, 1/2 of them, which I suspect has happened. And I do have my drills. So I have come prepared to pin, but I've never done that before, so I don't actually 100% know the process. I would also rather paint metal than resin because resin is just more fragile. So let's go ahead and get started. I think the easiest thing to do first is we just need to take everything out and we need to clean everything up because I haven't done any of that. I know there's probably some like flack on the pieces and all that kind of stuff. So let's just get started. We'll dive into it. I'm going to try to keep would like you to stay shut, please. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna pull them out. I'm gonna try to keep them grouped in their little sections because I think there are no instructions with this. Like, it didn't come with instructions. I don't know if they were lost or they just are like, go forth, miniature hobbyists, and do what you will. Figure out how to build it yourself. But yeah, so we're gonna do our best. Oh, Sean, thank you. I appreciate the encouragement, especially with the $5 donation on top of that. That is wonderful, and I appreciate you as always. If I scoot more? Oh, I can scoot more this way. Yes. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, let's start cleaning things up. I think the first thing I want to do is probably clip off any little extra... Ooh, I don't even need to clip them off. Okay. I am going to use the metal or the plastic like tray they came in to keep all of the extra bits so that they're not all over my desk. But I'm just going to kind of go through and use some tweezers to bend off all these extra little metal pieces. And while I'm doing that, we can chat about what you guys are doing. Same. I'm generally glad that metal miniatures aren't used as much either, but I am admittedly very much looking forward to this challenge because I've never done anything with metal miniatures of this scale before. I think it'll be fun to just experience it at least once. I've been told by many people, oh, I love that I could just bend off the pieces. I don't even really feel like I have to clean them up that much extra. But I've been told by people that like metal miniatures can be a pain, and I don't doubt that. But they also have such like deep recesses. Like, look at the... Oh, hold on. Look at the... Focus, there we go. Look at the just wood grain on that. I love it. I can't wait to put paint onto it. Now, I will be washing all of these after assembly to make sure that I get any... Because, I mean, I assume... I don't actually know. I would assume that after, like, a certain point... Okay, I do need to scoot back a little bit over here. If Okay, that's good. Hey. I know that metal miniatures, much like resin miniatures, often have casting residue on them. But I'm hoping... I'm still gonna wash them, but I do wonder if it's already like worn off just because of how old these are, but I have no idea. Oh, you're starting a new train layout, Sean? That sounds awesome. How big are you gonna end up making it? So, Broken Astartes, I have pre-ordered one of the Old World sets. They are a little bit pricier than I was anticipating, and I don't get that sweet, sweet Games of Berkeley discount anymore. So I had to budget, and we're hoping that maybe we'll still be able to get both, that maybe they'll be floating around for a little while. But I pre-ordered the Brettonian one because that's specifically the army I'm starting with. I'd like to get the Tomb Kings for Chaos Cultists. We're just waiting because things are like, you know, it's expensive. Games Workshop has made them a little pricey. I mean, I get it. I do understand. It's a lot of material, and you get the rule book. But at the same time, I'm like, gosh, they are so up there in cost. And I don't even know if they've officially, like, released the... All right. Okay, don't clip too much more of those. They are actually embellishments. Whoops. All right, well that's okay. They're still there a little bit. I think I clipped a little bit of the nails. It's okay though. I think this is okay, this is where it sits. And these are our sides. Okay, let's be more careful about what we're clipping off, Angela. And actually make sure it's something we're supposed to be clipping off and not part of the model. Keep in mind that some of the pieces might look like flash, but are not. Like, is that flash? I think it might be. Yeah, I've heard that their prices in Australia and like New Zealand are just bonkers expensive. I think around here they are. Was it the Brettonians were like $230, and I think the Tomb Kings are like $280, $290. I think is what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Hello, Blood Angel Scout, welcome.
Oh, thank you, fellas. I was just saying thank you.
Oh, yes.
How goes clipping the metal?
Good. It goes well. I am trying to be careful. I clipped, I think, a tiny amount of nails slightly. I know. But it's okay. We might also have to bend a few things back into place, gents. But I think we'll also get that fine. Because it's a bit wobbly. It's a bit uneven. It's fine though. Oh, dude, I hadn't noticed. That's so cool. Look. They actually have a little shrine to the lady in the side of the trebuchet. God, they're such simps. It's great. Oh, look, there's one on this side too. Except I don't think it's the lady. I think it's just to like their lord or something, because that just looks like a dude. A dude in armor. That's so cool though. Okay, do those go on the outside or the inside? It appears... Okay, they face out, but then get kind of covered. So, from what I'm seeing, because I've never built one of these before... Everybody said hello! Yeah, lots of cool little details. I completely agree. Get rid of some of our larger flat pieces. God, they really do give us some fun textures to work with, though. Ooh. So one thing with working with metal pieces, especially when I have pets, I like worry about flying off and then like them trying to eat it or something and then hurting a tooth. I think that piece is looking pretty clean. At least there's, like, not nearly as many mold lines or anything, I don't feel like. Also, I love the, like, sack texture compared to the stone texture. They do a lot of work for you on some of these metal miniatures. Also, the ropes. I bet those are going to take color super nice, especially with my contrast. Like, it's going to be great. Okay, I think this piece is done. So what I'm going to do is, like, the done ones, I'm just going to set sort of off camera for right now. I'm actually going to open this back up. I dump all my metal pieces everywhere. Please open. Please. Okay. Alright, let's leave it. Man, the plastic is fighting me. Please stop it. There we go. I did it. I fixed it. I've beaten it into submission. See, Broken Astartes, you're lucky because I think you get it direct, right? Being in England. So you're like get it the cheapest possible prices. You don't have to import it, ship it anywhere, except for like maybe locally. Ugh. I am me, yes. It is metal. This is one of the old Brettonian Trebuchet sets. I've had it for a little while now, bought it off of somebody during the pandemic, and have been sitting on it. And now is the time, because the old world is returning. Wow, that was an annoying seam line. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's looking better, much smoother. I wonder if people sometimes use Dremels on their metal miniatures, depending on what the size is of them. Okay, that looks good. Gosh, I do really like all the little details. Looking for any little bits of flash that don't look like they belong. How did I... Oh, I didn't do a very good job cleaning up the top. Let's just file that down, shall we? Oh, thank you! Yeah, it's part of Blackcraft Cult's, like, pastel goth line. I've had it for a couple years now. I love this thing. It's also been freaking cold, so I was like, I need something slightly warmer for today's stream. Oh, nice! Well, you're very welcome. I hope that those work out well for you. Like I said, I like their brushes quite a bit. Just trying to get this, like, edge a bit flatter without losing my wood grain texture. It's almost there. Ah, yes. Changing directions helped. Okay, there we go. That's better. Ow, ow, ow. Stabbed myself. Was stabbing myself. Just trying to reestablish this line a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think it looks good. Do we see any other bits of flash? think we're good. I'm gonna set this one off to the side. Because that and this are done. So I'm just gonna keep them separate and we'll work on the next pieces. This one is looking pretty clean already. Okay, there's a little bit here. And there. Okay, that should be good. All right, yeah, there's a little bit there too. So many fleur-de-lis. Are those supposed to be there? I'm not actually sure they're supposed to. Hello, Ryu! Welcome! Happy New Year to you as well. Hope you're doing well. Samir, I am also super pumped for the old world. What are you running? Did you say in the... Did I just not read the rest? Okay. You've pre-ordered... Oh, you hope that everybody managed to pre-order what they wanted. I hope so as well. I definitely hope so as well. Alright, I think this piece is looking pretty... Alright, I'm gonna grind. It's like a little tiny... Okay, there we go. Love it. I'm gonna set it off to the side. Let's finish up this other portion of the actual, like, hinge. Oh, Broken Astartes, thank you for the donation. I very much appreciate it. You are amazing. It is my absolute pleasure to produce the content for you guys and posting and sharing it on Instagram and here on YouTube. Honestly, thank you guys for just engaging with it. I really, like, I started the channel for a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons was because I was personally in a creative slump when I started the channel, and I was miserable, I think partially because of it, because I was no longer doing art things, really, and that's what I had done pretty much my entire life. So I was feeling really bummed, and Chaos Cultist sort of encouraged me to work on some of the models we had for our games, because we had gotten a little bit back into board gaming around the same time, and that had sort of helped, but I really wasn't feeling like my creative outlets fulfilled, and painting really helped. And so seeing you guys like engage and enjoy the content that I make also, ow, really helped. I just stabbed myself. Thankfully I didn't draw blood yet. Well, I'm sure we'll draw blood at some point. But yeah, I just really, it really meant a lot because it was very encouraging, and part of one of the reasons that I got into art is because I wanted to be able to share that and engage with people about the art that I was creating, and this hobby has really given me that outlet. So I'm very grateful. Thank you guys. Okay, I think these are definitely things that need to be clipped. That definitely needs to be clipped. That doesn't seem part of what needs to go in that spot. Why is this one so much, like, flackier than the other one? Who knows? You know, that would be something smart to do, Samir, you're right, but, no, I'm not smart. We're just gonna have tiny pokey holes. We're gonna see the indents of where I'm stabbing my finger violently now into the metal miniatures. It's fine. It's fine. I want to feel the pain of the old days. We're going into Old Hammer. I must feel the same old pain. Back when we didn't care about safety. Alright. Oh, I was about to say this one's done, but I just found some flack on these pins. Oh gosh, that's another piece. Right there! Jeez. Oh, I'm gonna have to really, like, sweep my desk. Yay! Well, Broken Stars, I'm glad. That was sort of my hope. I mean, it should be fun, right? Like, we're doing it because we love it, not because we dislike it. We should make it fun. Besides, it's cool to explore new things and try different things and try different techniques and do all the fun stuff that we get to do with this hobby. It's one of the reasons I like it so much as an art form. Alright, I think now that's feeling good. Am I satisfied? Let's look it over one more time. This is, in fact... This is the shrine with the dude. We've already cleaned up the one with the lady. Yeah, I think... Okay, I'm not noticing anything super obvious, so I think we're good. Moving on! Did I finish this piece? No. I do think that is not supposed to be there. I actually think I clipped the correct things. When I said earlier that I clipped the wrong things, I think I may have clipped the right things. Yeah, they're not nails at all. I'm fine. And that's the bottom, so I'm not really going to care about it that much. Alright, that one's good. We're going to set the guys off to the side. We'll do them last. Their cleanup's going to take, I think, probably the longest. Alright, definitely want to get rid of any of the sharp pokey bits on this rock. That's uncomfortable. That's true. It is much easier to enjoy it if you don't see it as work. Which I definitely try not to look at it as, because otherwise then I'd feel like I'd be working all of the time. Just like all of the time. You know, you're right. That would actually give a little protection. I also could just put some, I could just harden my finger with super glue. I could also just do that. But then it might, like, poke through and, like, stab me worse. Do I have any... I have some band-aids around, but I think I'll be fine. It's not really that sharp. I'll worry about it once I've actually pierced my finger and drawn blood. Once the metal has taken the blood and given it to corn. Because of course it would. Like, where else would... I know I'm just waving a blurry thing in your face. The metal will draw the blood and give it to the blood god. Oh my god, Michael, I have so done that. I have so done that so much. Paul, awesome! You were installing a Southern Pacific headlight package and the nose of an HOGP35. That sounds awesome. Now, I do apologize. I'm not familiar with what an HOGP35 is. Is that a type of aircraft or is that a type of ship, I'm assuming?
What was the question?
A Southern Pacific headlight package in the nose. I guess the nose of an HOGP35 would probably be a plane, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Can you vortex me this?
I shall vortex it for you thusly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, wait, what was happening? What was just happening? I turned around and he acted like he was doing something suspicious. Was he doing something suspicious? Oh, whatever. Alright, that's looking good. It's like a good... you guys can't see it. It's a lovely, beautiful rock. Ondarian, welcome! It is a Pewter Brettonian Trebuchet. Yes, it is.
Did something happen?
I don't know. Did something happen?
I don't know.
It was a show of hands, apparently. That's all I've gotten.
It was a show of approval.
A show of approval. Ah, excellent, excellent. All right, well, I approve of this piece of metal as well. It is cleaned enough to go over thus. Ooh, I don't know what this is. I don't know how many of you guys are actually going to know this band because I don't know how many of you actually listen to K-pop. But one of my favorite K-pop bands that I've discovered is Blackpink. I really like them. I'm listening to them right now. I'm pretty sure it's Blackpink. Please tell me you're Blackpink. Yes! Okay. I'm learning to recognize them. You mean for my old world army? It was Spirit Hands? Oh, I getcha. He was just praising chaos. I understand. Ooh, that's a bit of flack we don't want. So is that. I do like when they're easy to just pull off. That's my favorite thing about metal miniatures. Cool. I think that is satisfactory. Now, what pieces are you? Oh, this is... Okay, okay. I know what this is. Okay, this is the thing that goes here. Got it. Okay, so I'll probably glue that first before... I see. Okay. So we are not 100% fitting on that side. Does that mean you go over here? Ooh, yes. It does seem like you go on this side. Which I think actually makes sense because that is the direction it's showing on the box. Okay, so we'll definitely probably need a gap fill from what I'm seeing of this. Like, completely... Oh, Paul, that sounds cool. A diesel locomotive? So does it actually take, like, diesel fuel? Or is it electric? Like... Like, does it actually run on fuel or does it run on electricity? I am very curious. Ah! I can't wait to see everybody's old world armies come back out. I know there is some, like, minor early limited support, but I do think dwarves are one of the groups. So you should, I think, be okay with running your dwarves. You just need some iron breakers and some fire drakes. Nice. And a few extra slayers. Ah! See, and this is, like, I miss old world because that's when I felt like slayers really, like, were unique. I think for me in the Age of Sigmar realm, like, because there's that group of, like, dwarves that is basically all, like, and they're oop, hold on. Sorry, I think I accidentally nudged my camera and I exposed the real world. We can't have that. We're in the warp right now. We're in the warp painting. Oh no. Okay, well, I'm trying to be extra careful. Hopefully I won't have too much of that, Blood Angel Scout, of not finding all the flash. Okay, but this is looking good. I feel like I'm figuring out where everything's going. I was a little bit worried about building this because there's no instructions. Like, just none. At all. And I'm like, oh great, cool. And then I couldn't find any on online either. Sorry, I needed some chapstick. My like entire face has just been dry for a week, and it's been annoying me because my eyelids have been drying out. I've never experienced that before. What I'm telling you all to do is not get old. I do think they are, because Dark Elves I've seen listed. High Elves I've not seen listed yet. Oh, you have a Bugman mini? That's so cool. That's so cool. Do they still make that for the Bugman's bar? Like, do they still give out, or not give out, but do they still sell a miniature related to it? Or was that like a limited thing? Hello, RDGK. Welcome. I'm very glad you've learned a lot, Havman. That is awesome to hear. Boop, boop, boop. I see like a very slight seam line on the shields, but it's not actually centered, because at first I was going to leave it and just use it as my line to draw the halves, because if I do like a multi-toned pattern, which I probably will, but it's not actually centered. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, there's a little bit. There we go. Oh, I hope he makes a comeback. That'd be really cool. An entirely metal 5th edition Brettonian army? Oh my gosh. Are you ready to bust it out for Old World? I assume you are. That must be so cool. Yeah, I never got to collect back in the old days. I was around for... I don't know which edition Old World was on at the time when I was getting introduced to the game. You guys actually might be able to tell me if we were in 5th edition Warhammer 40K, which edition of fantasy would we have been in? Would it have been 7th or 8th? Because I think it was near its end. You ready to get them finished up? That's awesome. I hope that you do. I've been enjoying, like, the flood of Warhammer Fantasy miniatures that people have been showcasing on like Instagram and Twitter and such because of the game's announcement of its release date. Since everybody's like, oh shit, it's sooner than we all thought. Because I don't know. Is it just me, or did the announcement date come faster than you were expecting? Because for me, I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream, I really expected it to be this year, obviously, and I expected it to be in the first quarter, but I was thinking it was going to be like late first quarter, not literally the first month. Okay, that one is done. Let's do this one now. Trying to get some like really good shots for the video. So excuse me while I'm just being like, where is my positioning going right now? If you're like, why is she doing this so weird suddenly? I almost threw my clippers into my lap. Pointy side down. That would have hurt. That would have hurt a lot. Dang, he used a soldering iron to finish? I mean, I can... Dude, I bet that works so well, though. Your seal must be so strong. Probably don't have to worry about anything coming undone or anything like that. Like, that's my biggest concern, is that I'm just not going to seal things well enough. You know? Alright, I think that looks good. Like a long piece of... There you are. Come on. There. Look at that thing. Silly. Alright, if I come over here and do this... Okay, this works better. Because now I can still lean in, but I'm more on screen. Oh no! Not even sure what this piece is. Like, I feel like it's, I get that it's part of the trebuchet, but like, where does this go? Okay, I want to do a little bit of, no, Angela, finish getting everything cleaned up, and then we can do our full, like, fit, and see if we can figure out where everything goes. Oh, there's another little piece. Man, you guys aren't wrong about just, like, finding them everywhere, right? I really am trying to avoid the problem of finding them when I've, primed everything. This one's gonna be interesting because I think I'm gonna do a grisaille technique on this. That is definitely in my plan. I just haven't decided whether or not my grisaille is going to be based first with a black primer or if I'm gonna go with a mid-tone gray. I'm leaning towards the gray because I still want to play with some contrast colors on the model. But I'm not sure. Oh, this is the wheelbarrow the kid sits on. Okay, okay. Old Hammer folks, I have a question for you. This kid. Okay, you see this beautiful, please focus. There we go. You see this beautiful person on a wheelbarrow? Is that a Brettonian child? Like peasant child? Because that's what I think it is. Or is it a halfling? I think it's a Brettonian child. Tell me what you think. But here's his wheelbarrow. We must clean it up for him. Like, I feel like it's the 80s. I feel like they would not be opposed to just, like, endangering a child's life. It's a hobbit? Oh, it's a slingshot? Wait. So okay, but is it a peasant child? It is a Brettonian peasant child. Okay, that's what I thought! I love this character. Where is he? Where's his little... I can't... Yeah, look. Okay, here he is. Hold on. Focus. You can do it. He's so shiny, the camera's like, no! Look at him. He's beautiful. He's like got an old man face, but a child body. Classic. Oh, that is definitely not part of the wheelbarrow. We're definitely going to file that down. All right, another potential good shot. Hold on. Alright, so all that footage was around like the 140 mark. So I'll let CC know. Hello, Diggs! Welcome, welcome! That's what I thought, because I knew they had like hobbits and halflings separately, because there's the hobbits, or I keep calling them the hobbits. Hobbits is specific to Lord of the Rings. There's the halflings in Blood Bowl. So I knew that they had them, but that's why I was like, I didn't think that they ran with the Brettonians specifically. I hadn't heard of that as like a thing. Did I just I just clipped flack off of a piece that I was gonna clip off anyways. I'm a smart person. Alright, that is fine. Just a piece of folded down. It's folded down. Okay, got rid of it. Got rid of it. What is that? That looks intentional. Okay. I think this piece is now cleaned up. We've got 2 wheels for handles. All right, there we go. Got those done. And there are some sharp pieces seemingly on some of these. Go figure. It's almost like it's a metal miniature. Yeah, no, I remember the Dogs of War units. I've heard about them because that's how you can get like random like factions sort of mixed in with your other factions, especially if you were running like Empire and Bretonnia specifically. But I know like you could do it with a lot of them, right? Because like I know there was a whole grouping of like undead Dogs of War, etc. Like I assume, I don't remember if they were broken up this way specifically, but like Order, Chaos, where are the orcs classified? Destruction, and then I know there's one more, but I don't know if they did it that same way, but I assume it's they broke them down that way. Don't they also have Dogs of War rules in Blood Bowl? Because aren't there some... Well, I guess that's just what the star players are. When you buy a star player, they can go to various teams as long as they like fit within that. So, for example, I think technically the undead dwarf character, not only can the undead take him, but I think in theory, don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, but I feel like the dwarves can also take him because he is a dwarf. That was an intense piece of flack. Nope. Okay, so I believe the pieces for the trebuchet itself are cleaned up. Before I do a test fit with them, I am going to go ahead and clean up all of the figures. So I miss... This is one thing that I do actually really miss about metal miniatures. I miss seeing the little like labels of what they actually are, because Games Workshop actually used to identify them on their products. So for example, we have crew. He also says crew. I think they probably all will say that, it looks like. He's one of my favorites because he has a dog. Look at his good pupper. And then there's this crouching guy. Believe it or not, he's also a crew. And then there's, what do you actually... They just say GW on this one. They don't label him as crew. That's why I wasn't sure. See, it just says GW. But there is Slingshot Boy again. Alright, speaking of, he has like a weird hangy-offy thing between his legs. We don't want that. He's also got some flak on his shoe. My goodness. What's nice is my files do not appear to be leaving too much of a harsh, like, residue on it. What is the word I'm looking for? I'm like blanking on it, guys. You're right. He is a child too young for crew status, but even though he's got a drastically old man face, he really does. Wonder if I can soften it a little bit. It's because they gave him such intense cheekbones. He should be, like, much more baby-faced. I suppose it's because he's starving as a peasant, right? But yeah, my file doesn't seem to be leaving too much of a mark. Oh my god, there was an entire flak piece right there. Look at that. Look at that. Little sticky up bit. Oh, and even some down there. Now, he is going to be sitting, so I believe... Because you're not on a base, right? Alright, so I need to take him off of this. That's actually probably the other reason they don't put any text on this one, is because he comes off of it. Let me get focused. Okay. File marks. That's what the word I was looking for. They're not leaving too many file marks, which is good. Oh my god, I don't know why I was blanking on that term for so long. What kind of fish is it? Dang, that's crazy. All right, I'm noticing a little notch on this boy's butt. So does he have a specific side he's meant to sit on? I see, okay. Okay. On the edge, kind of closer here. Okay, that seems to get him the flattest. Oh my god, I just noticed another piece of excess, I think. Or is that just part of his, something on his butt? I can't tell what he's got on his, I think it's just like a bag or something. Alright, fine. Well, I'm gonna grind this down a little bit. So I get a good seal. He's meant to, according to the picture, he's facing this way. He's sitting on the wheelbarrow, like, I mean, midway, but he fits here on mine there, so... Oh, actually, does he fit okay there? Okay, I think that's just where I'm gonna put him. Don't glue! Angela, what are you doing? You haven't finished cleaning everybody up. I'm like jumping ahead of myself and going, I should glue these. Hello, Wonder, welcome to the stream. Also, Wonderboy2402, welcome. The little blue sanding hobby sticks are useful for after filing. I don't know if I'm familiar with these little blue sanding sticks. What company are they from? We'll see you when you get back, Diggs, don't worry. I am going to be doing traditional goblin green grass with like tufting. Like I'm gonna go classic with my Brettonians. Because if you've watched my studio tour that I released today, you'll know that I have some plans for a terrain board that is a split sort of S-curve design. And my patrons and YouTube members will get to see a little bit more of this in the near future. We're still in the like planning stages, but it's an in progress thing. But we are doing a terrain board, and part of it's going to be Brettonian themed, and the other part's going to be desert, so it can be for the Tomb Kings. And I want to go with basing that's going to match that. So probably a lot of like green grass tufts. I got to look at what I can get from Gamer's Grass, and I also want to combine some like flocking and such from like Woodland Scenics and everything. So that's the idea. I don't remember when this set specifically is from. It is, I think some other people in chat might have said that it's from the 80s or so, but I'm looking for a date. Copyright. Non-existent. I mean, that's not true at all. They definitely have a copyright on it, but I can't find... Oh, this one appears to have come out in 2003. But they have been making models since, I think, 83 or in the early 80s. I definitely think keeping an organized space is very just good for your productivity. Like, if you actually are somebody who wants to increase your productivity, one of the best things that I think can legitimately help and not actually cost you any bloody money to figure out, okay? Because I know there's, like, programs and stuff on how to make yourself more productive. I mean, if you want to do those, power to you, I suppose. But really, for me personally, what it comes down to is if I can maintain a clean hobby space that encourages me to want to be able to do projects on it, then I am more likely to do projects on it. If it's cluttered and constantly, like, messy, I don't really want to deal with it, and therefore I don't end up doing as many projects. I don't know, that's just me, but... Okay. Flex I file. Okay, I'll take a look at those. That's really good to know. Yeah, I've heard, like, I have some, like, sanding, like, papers and stuff, and, like, some actual sandpaper, but, like, also some sand sponges is what I meant to say, but I don't have any sanding sticks. I just have my jeweler's files. That's what these are. Like, this file that I've been using. I think the reason that it hasn't been leaving too harsh of file markings on the metal, thankfully, is because this is a jeweler's file, which is meant for doing jewelry, which you don't generally see markings on, do you? So I think that's why it's such a small grain. Okay, I'm dilly-dallying. Let's keep working. Oh, I knocked some stuff off. That's cool. Oh, I do. Okay, this is my dog boy. I want to make sure he's definitely clean with his bald little head. Because he's one that I want to be painting on camera for sure. Takes the mold lines off really well, actually. Okay, he doesn't seem to have too much flack on him, thankfully. The dog has a small amount. I keep seeing that line and thinking it's flack, but it's not. Hi, Ross! You can do it. You'll get through that painting. Don't worry. D&D miniatures are super fun to paint, too. I hope you have fun with them. 3D printing is something I want to get invested into this year. It's something I didn't talk about on the studio tour, but where that TV is upstairs, we actually are going to move it, because we don't really use it, and replace that with possibly some 3D printer space up there. But that will be at least a little bit out, because we need to save up for a 3D printer. Unless there's somebody out there who's watching this who has a 3D printer company and you want to sponsor us, please reach out. I am open to your ideas. Ooh, okay, that's looking great. I think he's done. So boy and man with dog are done. In theory. How tight is this going to be? Oh, pretty tight, actually. That's fantastic! Ah! It means that he'll just dry in there a lot better. My camera's freaking out as I bring him closer. Just appreciate, please, his screaming maw. Fire! That's what I imagine he's yelling. Alright, let's get this guy with the pickaxe. I'm sure you will have a great time buying your first miniature. Should be fun. Trying to see if there's any like obvious harsh mold lines, but I'm not really noticing much on him. I actually think this guy has a really cool sculpted face. Like, it's a really heavy brow, but I love the giant nose and then just, like, the pursed lips in the very, like, wide part. It's just great. Ooh, that's a bit of extra flack there that we don't want. There we go. Outfit is so like moth-eaten. It's what he gets for being a peasant. I'm so glad that the Brettonians still have that thing where their knights are just like, if the peasants are running, like if they're fleeing in the game, they're like, whatever. Who cares? They're peasants. I like seeing some of that comedy back. I feel like Warhammer used to be more, like, 40K used to be a little bit more comedic because you'd have silly stuff happening with, like, the orcs or sometimes the guardsmen, but I feel like a lot of that's been dropped for just an overly serious narrative, and I don't know. I feel like the game sometimes takes itself too seriously. And I miss when it was a bit more goof. Oh, nice, Ross. How did you like it? I've not played the Witcher board game. Is that a mold line? Or is that... Oh, no. Okay, it's folds of the cloth. Okay, good. All right, so I think he's done too. Let's see if he'll just slide into a base as well. Oh, he did. Yes! Yes! 1, 2... Alright, just 2 more, and then we can start doing some actual assembly. Let's see, he's looking actually pretty good. And do a little bit of filing on this edge, because there's a bit of seemingly unevenness, not uneasiness. Okay, that's good. Not bad, not bad. Okay, looking good. Another base. Such tiny bases. And you're... Wait, what's going on there? Happening? Oh, your base is like... Oh, it's like chipped. Look what happened here. See? It got like snipped. Can I... fold it back in? Not really. Well, it fell off now, so I'm not going to worry about it. It might matter, but I can, you know what, I'll fill it in with putty. And then he'll never, ever, ever, ever come out of that base without just breaking the base off around him. Is what will end up happening. All right, last dude. Yeah, the figures do really, really appear to be very just solid. Both just from literally they are made of metal and there are no hollow pieces here, but also just they're pretty stable. But again, I mean, they're made of metal. That should be expected, right? I suppose, to a certain extent. I completely get that. Yeah, I heard are you playing 3 or 2? You're playing 2, I see. On PS5. I've liked playing 2. I thought it was pretty similar to the game. Like the video game or the tabletop version. Oop, there's a little bit of... Wait, is that Flack or is that his... No, that's just the fold of his outfit. I think there's a little bit on it still, though. That looks good. I can't wait to grisaille these so I can actually tell what the hell everything is on them. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so you fit the loosest. Alright, the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and glue our boys together because they deserve it. Now, he is actually going to have this chunk. Where is it attached? Is it actually supposed to? How is that actually supposed to? Oh, I see. He's cutting this. So this is going to go next to him because he's chiseling into it. You see that little notch there? He's got little chisel and hammer. So he's like rounding off a piece to be able to use in the trebuchet like a boss. They actually fit in all perfectly well. There's no, like... I'm not actually worried. And these three don't even... almost don't even feel any glue. He does, because he's popping halfway out of his base. But the other ones actually are all very snug in there. Okay, I want to do... I'm going to take a very short break, actually. Because I've been going for about an hour and 15 minutes. Diggs, don't worry. I'm actually about to take a short break as well. I'm going to be gone for about 5 minutes. So not super long or anything. I just want to stretch my legs, grab a little bit of a snack because I'm feeling a little bit peckish despite eating lunch before the stream started. I am still hungry. And then I'm also going to ask Chaos Cultist if he thinks I should glue them in or if I should leave them unglued for right now while we're painting them. So I'll be right back. I'll see you guys at about 2:25 or 5 minutes before the half-hour mark, wherever it is you are. All right, be back soon. There. Now I can speak to you. That was me telling myself to hold, not anything for you guys, if you saw my dramatic facial expression there as I came in. Alright! Glue time! I don't know why that was so dramatic, but it was. Where is my palette? Because I wants it to put some glue on. Palette? Palette? Here, palette. Here, palette, 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 palette. Where are you, palette? I don't... What? I unmuted myself. Yes, I did unmute myself. Good, excellent. I was worried for a split second that I didn't. Where is... Okay, I was cleaning my desk. I was like, I'm not gonna need this. So I folded it, the cover back over, because I have a paper palette. And that is as far as this memory goes. I feel like I set it against the side of something. I thought it was right there. Like, am I going insane? The answer to that question is yes. Palette? Palette? Hello? Palette? Huh. I know where it is. I'm a fool. Chaos Cultist has it. He was out front and he was painting. Although I don't think he's painting right now because the lighting out there has gotten crap. I'm sorry, my nose started running. I don't know why. It is raining right now. And our lighting has gotten terrible. So if I'm like a little blown out, sorry about that. It's just because I have a lot of bright lights on in here. But it's a little dramatic on me, I suppose. But I need it to see things, because otherwise it's too dark. He did. Mad Larkin, you're absolutely right. He did take it. Probably because he's actually painting, and I'm not. That's okay. That's okay. Well, this will be fine. We're going to do it from the bottom. We're going to start with some of these boys that are just sort of really stuck in there anyways. I have no idea if my flow is right now on this. Don't do it into your hand, you idiot. Get a piece of paper. At least. Just like fold it up a little bit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, I need a pin. Let's get a pin. Okay. Sometimes it gets sealed up. Yep. Got all gunked up. Got a little bit of a flow now. Test on my paper. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We do not have a flow at all, everybody. It's fine. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Jasper. Welcome to the channel. Hello, the Phoenix. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Grabbing just a clothespin. Oh, boop. Okay, now we're definitely through. Now I've definitely got glue on my finger. I may have also just glued that pin closed permanently because I realized I put it into its thing and I had glue on it. Let's undo that. Let's maybe not pin it shut immediately forever. Alright, now do we have a flow? Okay, yep, we do. First boy. Focus. No, focus on the thing. Focus. Oh, God! Firebend1, hello, welcome. You guys got to... That was almost a disaster. That was almost an absolute horrendous disaster. Note to self. Angela. please don't hold an open Zap-A-Gap bottle upside down. You idiot. Alright, now that we have avoided... See, Sean, this is when we can panic. Because I almost dumped glue all over my clothes. And if you've never gotten super glue in your clothes, you're lucky because, oh boy, it sucks. It will immediately put a hole in your clothes. Because as soon as the glue is dried, it hardens into like, well, I mean, it hardens and then it just snaps. Just snaps that fabric. If you ever want to destroy somebody's clothes, like if you're like, I'm not endorsing this, but if you ever want to take revenge on somebody who really likes their clothes, super glue them. Just sprinkle super glue just over their closet. It'll ruin it. You're welcome for the permission to panic. You're very, very welcome. I have to go blow my nose real quick. I'm so sorry. I don't know where the runniness has come from, but it is like, I can feel it, and I need to take care of it. I'll be right back. It'll take me 30 seconds. All right. I have returned! I am a lady of disaster. You're absolutely right. Okay. I am ready to perform.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
What happened?
I nearly dropped glue on myself.
Oh.
Because I don't even remember what I was doing now, but I was doing something, and I was doing something with this hand, and I had the glue in this hand.
Let's not recreate it now.
And I was like leaning this hand this way with the glue in it, and then just dropped it like right there, and it was almost on my pants.
Good job.
Which would have ruined them.
Yep.
Oh my god! Spray foam in your beard? That sounds awful. I mean, really, spray foam in any, like, body hair would just be the worst. Glue in body hair would just be also the worst. Alright, let's go ahead and just drizzle some glue in there. And honestly, we're just gonna kind of leave him upside down. Like, not fully, but on his side so that he can dry. There we go. Another one glued in there. And I'm kind of going a little heavy with the glue right now because I don't want them to pop out super easily. And I don't know how much glue it's going to take. Probably more or less than I've given them. But it's fine. It is fine. Exactly. Oh my god. See, that's the same thing with super glue. Is like once it's in there, you're boned. You can't do anything about it. Now this is the guy that I don't know if doing it this way is gonna work. So yeah, he's a little uneven. Probably because the bottom of his base is super uneven. Just see if I can clean that up a little bit. Okay, that actually worked decently. Alright, so for him, I'm gonna put glue on this first and then stick him into his base. Now let's hope he doesn't get stuck to the table. I can grind that down. It's fine. I can grind it down. In fact, because that's like that, let's put a little bit more glue there and really just let it seal. God, that's gonna stick to my table though, isn't it? It's gonna flow through so much that it's gonna stick through my table. Oh, you know what? It's not. Until I touched it. Okay, I think that's pretty dry. All right, we're just gonna let them sit. They are just gonna sit for right now. Now, let's get the boy in his wheelbarrow. I don't think it's gonna do quite that not telling, because I think Games Workshop is gonna support it and also not immediately turn around and act like they're crushing everything they were planning for Curse City, like for Old World, like they did Curse City. Like, the problem with Curse City is because it came out during COVID, I really think Games Workshop had some very specific plans for it that were then very much delayed because of all of the warehouse problems, shipping concerns, and the deprioritization of non-essential products like board games. So they had to convert and do things differently. And then they also, I don't think, anticipated the absolute, like, obsession with the game. Partially enhanced, I think, because everybody was at home and had plenty of things to do and was like, cool, these look like great miniatures for me to paint because it's a board game about vampire hunters hunting vampires. Like, oh my god, Games Workshop, it's almost like that is a super popular theme. I'm sorry, I'm a little bitter. I was so excited for Curse City, and then it just, the bottom fell out of on it, and it made me so upset. But I do think the main reason that it failed is because of the shipping debacle that happened in 2020 and 2021, as everything was shutting down and then trying to come back online and then like not being successful or moving fast enough, etc., and just things being bad. Whereas Old World, I think, is going to get plenty of support, but I think it's going to get support in the same way that Horus Heresy gets support, unfortunately. I don't know if it's going to actually get support like a full, like how 40K and even Age of Sigmar gets support. Now, if it's popular enough, maybe that will persuade Games Workshop to support it better. But I don't know, guys, I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as Curse City. Curse City was a very specific situation and suffered from the fact that it was supposed to be a standalone game and they just messed it up. I mean, it's still a standalone game, but its release schedule just got completely destroyed. Okay, I'm going to test fit him one more time. I think, yeah, he sits best there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. And then... and then we're just going to gently set him off to the side and immediately knock him over. Okay, maybe I'm gonna hold him in place for a little bit. Maybe I'll also put a little bit of glue on his butt. There we go. There we go. think he's sitting on there pretty well. I'm just kind of holding him a little bit while I let him dry a smidge. I do vaguely remember them, but I don't remember if I ever built any of the Devastators. But did I build any of the Devastators? I know I built a couple of metal plastic hybrid kits back in like 5th edition, but it wasn't that many. I did build a couple of metal miniatures, but nothing this large. Like the biggest thing that I've ever built was Pedro Cantor. Because he had a few multiple, like he had his arms and head, I think, were separate in that kit. Because he was a fully metal kit. I think. Is Pedro fully metal or is it just Lysander who I haven't built? I can't remember. I have the old Lysander in metal. Well, it was really hyped. I mean, I wouldn't say, like... I think that's part of the problem, is, like, we got really excited about it. Like, there was overpopularity of it because there was nothing else to do. And everybody was excited to paint cool new miniatures. Alright, I think he's stable enough. He didn't slide or anything. I'm just going to rotate my other guys so that I don't have too much pooling of the glue on, like, one edge. I think they're good, actually. I think they're not sliding around as much. I am going to still do those two. Those two have a little bit of a bigger puddle. Oh gosh, I moved him. Please. Hopefully, I accidentally moved the one that I'm the most worried about, and I think it'll be okay. Alright, I'm going to cover the glue, because for right now, I don't need it. I wanted to get the figures glued down, because I want to get them... I won't be able to get them primed up today, unfortunately, because it's raining now. But hopefully I'll be able to get some stuff later. Alright. Let's do a just rough assembly of this with no gluing. Oh god, yeah. I can only imagine having to deal with the old demon prince. That would suck. Okay. Alright, so we've got... These are going to go together like that, so I think I'm going to end up wanting to glue these together first, because then this is going to sit into these. And that looks like it's actually in there pretty well. And then we're going to do this one. Okay, like so. And then... Nice. Okay. That looks great. I mean, we're leaning a little bit, but we haven't glued anything, so that's fine. Okay, so that's roughly how that goes. Now this... Can I get this in here without having to glue it? Because, like, ideally, I'd love for it to actually move. I think I might be able to. That seems pretty tight. It's crooked though. Okay, we need to do some straightening. So what I'm noticing is we need to straighten some pieces out. Because like these two are quite wobbly. How can I do this gently? I do have a rubber mallet. Is that in the drawer? Hold on, I'm gonna go see if I can find a rubber mallet real quick. I will be back in just a smidge. Oh, also, hold on. Before I do that, let me answer Havman's questions. No, we do not collect Funko Pops. We are not big Funko Pop collectors. We have, I think, maybe a grand total of 3 or 4 in the house in full. Mostly because the characters that we got them of, they don't tend to get other statues made of them super often. So we have the Hercule pop figure for Dragon Ball Z, along with the King Kai pop figure, which came with the little ape guy, like his little, I don't remember what, is it Momo? I don't think that's correct. That's, I think, an Avatar: The Last Airbender. Whatever the monkey's name is, like the little, like, monkey creature that hangs out with King Kai, we have that. So it's King Kai along with the ape, and then, which technically is like one figure. It came in one set together, but I guess it's 2. And then we have, at one point we had opened up, and I don't know if we still have all the other ones. We may still have them, but they're definitely not on display. But the only other one we have on display is the Shenron. There was a small, you know how Pop does those advent calendar sets with like the little minifigures in them? We've done those once or twice, and one of them was a DBZ one, and then the other one, okay, I guess, no, those are Bandai. Those aren't Pop. Okay, so yeah, I've only done, actually, was the Dragon Ball Z ones Bandai too? The Shenron might not be a Pop figure. The Shenron might just be a Banpresto, like, Bandai figure. It might not be Banpresto. It might just be a Bandai figure, because I think both of those advent calendars we got were a Bandai collaboration with, one was with Games Workshop, because I have some Space Marines, and then the other ones was a Dragon Ball Z one, so it must have been a Shonen Jump collaboration. Welcome back, Diggs. Oh, I mean, anything that, they make plenty of cases for pop figures. I would just get one that's archival. Like, you specifically want it to be archival if you're wanting the figure's signature to not fade over time. The figure itself, from my understanding, is pretty durable to light resistance, but depending on what the person who signed it used, if it's just a Sharpie, that shit is so light vulnerable, and will brown over time. So whatever case you get, if you want to really, like, if it's very valuable to you and you want to, you know, really, really, really protect it, then make sure that whatever you get is light safe. Ooh, Sean, that sounds delicious. I'm doing chicken tacos tonight. Do I have... I need to go to the grocery store after this. I need to go to the grocery store after this because I need to get cat food. I just remembered. So, thank you for talking about Remy. It reminded me that I need to get pet food. Okay. Mallet. That's what I'm going to get. I'll be right back. Got it. All right, let me see if it's in here. If it's in here. Oh, also I should close this door.
Did you find it?
Not yet. I just pulled out the tool case.
Because I suppose it might be in the garage.
It might be. I'm trying to remember where I put it, because I felt like... Can you check the cabinet in the hallway?
You mean the coat closet?
No, the wooden one that's the
Right
in front
here?
with the Star Wars shrine.
Okay.
Because it might be in there. Problem when you misplace a hammer.
No.
No? Okay, that's fine.
Um,
Huh. Well, that's okay. I am going to...
Give me a second and I'll go downstairs and check the garage.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's
Let
absolutely-
me just wash this brush. I was in the middle of painting.
No, you can... It's absolutely fine. This is actually flexible enough. I'm noticing that I can actually maneuver it with my hands. So I think I'll be okay. Alright, so I think... Because I just actually shifted it pretty easily. Yeah. Alright. I am one of those people who also eats out fairly regularly. It's definitely where a lot of my cash gets sunk. Alright, so if I get it in now, that feels pretty straight and level. Okay. I think we're gonna start piece by piece. I mean, probably as you should do, but because if I do that and then okay, yeah, I think that's gonna work. So let's start gluing. I'm so scared. I'm so scared to glue these. Okay, what I want to do, because I don't want to overdo it in case I need to get them back off for whatever reason, okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this paper. And before it completely gets absorbed, we're going to use this paintbrush that I've already sacrificed to the glue gods to put some controlled glue in spaces. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of keep it in place. Okay. Now, while that is still wet, let's not overdo it, Angela. I'm gonna come in.
My quest continues?
No, don't worry about it. It's okay. I've got it. Like, please. Just get back to your painting. He sometimes just does not listen to me when I tell him it's okay. I'm like, it is fine. Go back doing your thing. I don't mean to interrupt. All right. Okay. Oh. I almost forgot this edge. Okay. Now we go in. Like so. Oh god. Oh god, don't move it all out, Angela. Okay, now we're just gonna hold it. Until I feel like it's feeling kind of stable. I might have to do a little bit of gap filling. But I don't think that'll be too bad.
Jokes aside about me running around trying to find this hammer.
Yeah.
I liked that hammer. I want to know where it is.
I have a... Is it in the laundry room in the, like, storage above there?
I'll check.
I'm sure we still have it. It's just misplaced. No, 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 no. Your weight. Okay. I do actually need to hold it a little bit. It's mostly, James, because I want to try out doing something fully metal like this. I've never built a fully metal miniature before.
I forgot we put all the tools in there.
Did we?
Yes.
Yay! We found it!
A lot of tools in there, actually.
Oh, good. Alright, well... Let me straighten some things. Ow! That was my finger. That doesn't need to be straightened.
I sat down and heard ow.
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Alright. He worries too much. Putting a little bit more glue in there because I feel like it keeps popping out. That'll have a little bit more longevity, but it still has risk of over time fading. But it will definitely last a lot longer than a Sharpie. Oh, you just stripped your old Chaos Dreadnought, James? That's awesome. What are you going to do with it this time around? Are you going to do like a completely different paint scheme? Or are you painting it in the similar paint scheme to what you had before, just in a more modern styling and everything? No, Sean, you didn't hear panic. There was no panic. There's no panic. Okay, I just kind of want to leave that alone for a minute. Let's check and see how our boys are doing. Looks like it's drying pretty well. They aren't exactly flush to the base, but that's okay. I mean, they are as much as like the metal will allow, but some of their feet aren't. But they're actually getting pretty well stuck on. I'm going to lift them all up right now. I think they're fine too. Good! They are coming along great. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think we got this more lined up now. Okay, is that... It's definitely leaning. Please stop it. Okay, why are you... I don't feel like the holes are aligning. Just realized I can stretch the arms out to hold it up better. I am so smart. I'm not actually. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually pulling these apart a little bit to, one, straighten them, but also to put more pressure on the hole that they're joining in. Okay. That's feeling better. Let me now put this back on, and is it aligning better? Still no. Why are you leaning so much? I say. Okay, does it line up better if there is no support? Kind of, but not really still. What do I do about that? This is the question. Oh, Sean! No, you're absolutely fine. You can always joke like that. That's absolutely no problem. You're absolutely right, Just Morg. That is a great idea, and that's why I'm not gluing it yet. I also just removed where this was, because I can always get that glue off if I need to. It also takes forever to dry. Because I feel like I'm still, like, bending. Let's see if I even do that. Okay, well, that's a little too much. Okay, I definitely feel like it's partially the problem of this one. What is happening? It seems like it should be pretty clean. I see what's going on. There's flack in there. There we go. Oh my god. I think that was causing me to be disbalanced. Okay, hold on. Let's fix it. Let's see if we can do this now. Okay. That is fitting so much better. I still feel... Okay, I think this side's peg is too tall, so I'm gonna slightly file it down. More lined up. Oh, shit. Is it because you're leaning this way? Oops. Well, I now have a permanent mark of this particular experiment in my table. Oopsie daisy. Oh, I'm so sorry, table. Well, that's what I get for not putting one of my mats down. Hopefully that helped, though. Hopefully the sacrifice has done what I wanted it to. Okay. I put that in backwards, that's why. Okay, okay. I'm making so many errors. Everything is okay, no one panic. Sean, now you can panic. Did I make it worse? No. But I do need to go... slightly that way. Okay, I'm just gonna let that side dry. This is gonna be a slow process. This metal. Oh, you have a new big gaming shop opening locally? That's cool. Hopefully you can get lots of cool things there. Indeed, precious memories engraved into the table. There's so many marks, so many glue stains. So many paint stains that I'm not sure will ever come off. Okay. Now, this... Is that a big piece of... That's a big piece of metal that I didn't get off. Okay, hold on. We have to take care of this. While that's doing its thing, being upright and trying to go dry, let's clean up the shield, shall we? This has a big old chunk of metal on it. That's amazing. Those are my favorite types of game stores, where they have a small enough and intimate enough audience that the staff can just start playing games eventually, because it's busy enough that they're making enough in sales, but not so busy that their staff can't have fun and take advantage of the space, you know? Alright, it's almost gone. Okay, I think that is nearly ready. It's like one chunk raised area that's bothering me. Alright, I think that looks good. Okay, fixed it. Everything is fine now. Well, I think Games Workshop is a good way for stores to get people in if they aren't wanting to go like the Magic direction. Especially since I feel like the board game boom, while still there, is slowing a little bit. Okay, this is looking slightly in place now. So now that it's feeling a bit stable, this is gonna go like so. And then this side is gonna come in over here. Alright, now I'm gonna just let that sit there for a minute. It's not glued in or anything, but I need to look at what else goes in here. so what it's looking like... Oh, I just got a little bit of glue on my box. Whoops. It's fine. Okay. Oh, I'm actually very annoyed with that. I hope we didn't need this for, like, a photo or anything. Oh, well, thank you, Havin. I really appreciate the second tip for the day. You are awesome. Really appreciate it. And I'm always happy to answer your questions. Don't worry about seeming annoying. Don't have to worry about that. I'm happy to answer questions here on stream. Absolutely. Okay, so we have a couple other pieces. This is gonna end up going... I see. Okay, so this is gonna go here. And connect that. And then, so where do these go? This is what I'm trying to figure out before I actually like really glue things in. Because I started to, but one, it's not holding super well, which is fine because I'm still figuring things out. Okay. Now I have imprints there. Where do these connect, though? This piece kind of looks like it's hanging off of this. I do see a peg there. Okay, I see that this goes there. So we're gonna do that. Let's not imprint immediately into the table again, if we can avoid it. Feel pretty straight. Does that feel straight to you guys? Do I have a level somewhere? Not in here. Oh god, I know I just bent that too much. It is amazing how much I can actually flex the pewter. Okay, I think that's pretty straight, actually. You got a Baneblade for Christmas, David? That's awesome! I understand that might take a little while. That might take a while. The way when the uppers are dried, you can then have the rotation to allow you to glue the other pieces to the frame without worrying about the swinging arm. Okay, sorry, I didn't see your first sentence above. So your tip is when it is drying, to tape the longer end of the frame to stop it from moving while it's drying when glued. So you mean like taping, like, so when these portions are drying, like tape down this end? Is that what you're suggesting? Also, hello Hari, welcome to the stream. I get those parts. I get where this goes. I know where this goes. I get where these goes. These are the pieces I don't understand where they go. And I know where this goes. This goes with just one of the dudes. These are looking like they're below. Do these connect to... Where's the other one? Do these go on this thing? And if so, where does this thing go? That's the thing I'm confused by. Is there anywhere on this fur to attach? Because it looks like it's attaching to... Like, it's got a clasp. Merry Christmas, Fire Bend. Oh, no problem, Hari. You're welcome on the suggestion. Got it. Well, alright, let me... So I should flatten this a little bit. Okay, hold on. We're gonna hammer again. Where did I put my hammer? There it is. Just want to flatten it out a little bit. Okay. Feels very flat now. All right. Tape, 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 tape. Oh, I am blue testing. Or I am I am not building quite yet. I am just testing things. But I want it to be stabler while I'm testing things as well, so I do like the idea of taping it down. Maybe just making sure I tape it down on camera. Okay. Where do these go? I get all these. I'm just gonna put everything into place. Okay, I have it facing the other way, so this will be correct. All right, so this goes in between, like so. This is gonna go here. Okay. It's on the back of the box? Oh my god, just morgue. Thank you. You're right. It is on the back of the box. I hadn't noticed that. That is a tiny, tiny instruction. What? Okay, but it does give me something. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, 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 okay. So that goes there. That is in the middle. These go on the outside? Where? What hole do you go onto? Oh! Okay, hold on. Okay, so I've found one of the holes. So this piece here apparently goes like in this hole. So does it connect to this hole? Aha. Okay, that adds some additional stability. Now, this appears... Is that flak? That's probably flak. That is definitely flak. This appears to connect somewhere to this.
Let me see it. What am I looking at?
So these two pieces go together here.
Yeah.
This apparently goes like in these
between.
holes in
Yep.
between. I'm trying to tell how this piece appears to connect to this.
Okay, I see.
And I have a piece of flak on it, so I'm gonna get that off. Because that's not supposed to be there. There we go, okay. Is it...
Ah, I see.
Is it like that?
Okay, can I see the rope?
Yeah.
So the thicker part,
Yeah.
yeah, it has a hole in the stem. Or sorry. So I'm gonna have to step
Oh, I
into
see.
your light.
Yeah, that's fine. Is it... Oh, I see. Is it like that?
No. I don't know why you're touching this. I don't know what this has to do with it.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and bring this on screen
Yeah.
for folks. Okay, so the piece we are talking about is this piece here.
Yeah.
Yes. If you follow the line, you'll see the end, the fat end.
Yep.
Which is where the rope is wrapped around.
Yes.
Has two pegs in the side.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So where that actually needs to go is...
Oh, is that in the blower one?
It needs to go into one of these. I'm not sure if it's the top or the bottom one.
I think it's the bottom one.
Let me see.
Because the top one, the top one looks like it's this thing.
Yeah, bottom one.
Okay. Okay, I understand.
Jesus, I'll take that from you now because it's dangerous.
It is. I am a dangerous lady. Okay, I think I understand.
These are the things you may want to pay.
Yeah. 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 These might be the things I want to pin. Okay. And the things on the outside seem to go on to this. Okay. I see. It goes like there. Okay, that's easy enough to glue on. Let's do that first. Because they both are going to get one. It's one on each side. I don't think it matters which. Now, I am going to see about maybe pinning these. Well, I don't know. Do I need to? Do I need to pin this one? It might help. There's also just a little bit of flak on that still to make it not want to sit flat. Okay. First things first. Flatten this edge. So it's even and scuffed up so it has a surface to stick the glue to. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, you are super not even. I feel... Give me my paper. Give me my paper, my mallet. Moved it. I fix that. Nice indents on my paper, but not in my surface of my table. Oh, that fits so much better now. Shit, okay. So much better now. Okay. Focusing. Do I have a round and tipped? Not really. No, it's not with like a super sharp edge. This might still work. I want to get a little bit of a rough surface on the inside if I can. Oh, very cool. Sounds like a fun new model to play around with. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to make sure this is straight. So I'm going to build up some padding. And I'm going to do that with some tape. If I can get my fingers out. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Okay, it's fine. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just want to be kind of thick enough. Let's do some testing. I think this might do. Because really what I'm trying to do is just keep it even. Maybe, okay, screw it. Screw it, I'm doing it. I'm gonna try pinning. Hello, Henry! Welcome to the stream. Close my glue for right now. I don't need it. Because basically what I want to do I'm going to drill a tiny hole in this. Alright, got it started. Now let's go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. I think this will be a good size. I needed. I think I need one of my bigger, yeah, I think I need this one. Oh, is that not? Oh, that's not fitting. Did I have the right size in there before? Whoops. Huh. I thought I did not have the correct size in there. Oops. I guess it was. It just really doesn't feel like it was fitting in there. Well, I got it in there now. Maybe I just needed to take it all apart. Good afternoon, Midnight Modeling. How are you doing today? Alright, and then what I also want to do is I want to drill a small hole in this peg. I want to make sure that I'm as centered as possible. I'm going to move this, because I don't need it, but I am going to leave that for visual representation. Alright, I made a tiny hole. So now what I want to do is I want to grab some of my... That fit? Yes. Okay. I think I need to make it a little deeper. I'm so scared. Okay. Perfect. Now, do I have a deep enough hole in here is the question. I need to grab my awl. Hold on. Oops. Well, another little indent. You mean like an awl? Okay, don't punch through. How far do we got? Okay. Pliers. So I don't accidentally lose the piece that I just snip off. There we go. Let's go ahead and... probably file it down a smidge. Where's my... There it is. There it is. Just wanted to flatten that a little bit so it wasn't super, super sharp. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try gluing this in and then pinning it. We'll see how well it works. Yeah, this is gonna probably take a little while, isn't it? Do I need to pin it? Or should I just glue it? That looks pretty straight. If I know I'm holding, oh! I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I just want you to know that. I have no idea. Okay. I want to try actually getting pinning to work, though. I don't want to get glue on all my tools. Let's use this tape to get all my glue out. Because I really want this pinning to work, but I think I need this hole to be deeper. That's what he said. Okay, I think we're good. No, probably not. A little bit of glue, please. Oh, there's some. Tweezers! Oh my god. My fingers, they're not working anymore. I'm gonna try one smaller and see if I can like shove it. Okay, I actually took more material out that time, which is great. Because I actually think that means it's working. Okay, alright, alright. I don't feel like my thing is actually going down lower though, so I think I need to increase the size of the blade again. Or the drill. Okay. Yes, it can kind of stand up on its own. Okay, that's what I've been looking for. Ooh, got so much glue on my fingers. Oh, no, 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 no. No. Get off, 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 get off. Okay, everything's fine. Now. My God, why is this so difficult? I get it, everybody. It might be. Maybe it is blunt. I've had them for a while. I mean, I'm kind of glad it's not going too fast. Okay, I'm just trying to get it straight at this point. Because it's in there. Okay, that's looking decently straight. I'm just gonna not touch it now. Oh my God, as soon as I put it down, it nudged. Okay. What was I doing this even for? Oh, right, to get this thing on. Okay. Okay. Got a little bit of glue in there. I think I did it. I think we did it. We got our first one. Now I'm gonna gently, like, okay, hold on. Let's look over here. Okay. I'm gonna just set it down. Oh my God. Please. Just stay straight. What is going on? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me, metal? I know it's not me. It's just, this is the nature of metal. I get why people don't like them. All right. Well, I think 1 down, 2 homer. I do listen. I know. I know. Okay. I think that's. God, I don't know if I even did it well enough. Okay, let me get the glue out of this. And I'm gonna drill a little bit further into this one too, just to see if I can really get them to wedge together. Because I don't know if I have on this. And then I think after that, out of frustration, I'm going to cull it. Because I'll need to do a bunch more work off camera, obviously. Okay, that actually did better. Okay, what I do want to do is file the top of this a little bit. Okay. Okay, my pin is in there. Oh my god, you guys. Yes! 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 I did it. I pinned it. Now I'm just gonna set it down so gently. It didn't move. Yes! Okay. Yeah. It did. I did it. I pinned.
Excellent. Don't touch
That,
anything.
I'm not.
Even I'm not gonna make any jokes.
I do think I'm gonna go ahead and call it though, guys.
Sounds good. I just fed the cats, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. You are amazing. I was wondering why they hadn't been bothering me. All right, everybody. I clearly have some more pinning and such to do, and I will be doing some of that off camera. I'm also going to hopefully be able to start getting these guys painted. I don't know if today because it's been so rainy, but it's supposed to clear up tomorrow. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I can just start getting some good work done on these after I get them finished built, and I will probably be working on building them some more later today. Good Lord. Now that I have like a little bit of that under my belt, I feel a little bit better about it, but it is still... It's a daunting prospect, I will admit. I'm having fun with it, but I'm also frustrated because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I don't know if I'm doing things correctly, but I really appreciate that you guys have been here to just give me some small tips on how to deal with these things. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Do note that if you are looking for additional content from me, that you should make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications so that you never miss whenever we go live here on the channel or when new content comes out. If you have not already watched it, please do go and check out my studio tour. I talk about a lot of what's coming up as upcoming content on the channel, as well as just showcasing how we've rearranged things to accommodate all of those projects, this being one of them. Outside of that, if you're into the spicier side of this hobby and you want to hang out with me in a little bit of a pervier way, well, you can do that as well. You can find links to that in the link tree. And I did just release a new set on both my free page as well as my Fansly page that is all about hobby motivation, or possibly me distracting you from doing hobby stuff. So if you want to have some fun with that, I do recommend checking out the new set. It's just a nice little 19 photo set that has some fun things in it, so do take a peek at that. Anyways, I hope you guys have had a good time. I have had a blast hanging out with you. Thank you for being here. I think at one point, and I don't know how many we still currently have, but at one point there were like 60 of you watching. So just for everybody who's been lurking and just quietly hanging out with me, thank you. You guys are awesome. And to everybody who has been chatting, you guys are extra awesome as well for just giving me something to talk about while I'm doing all of this nonsense and building fun things and putting together cool projects. Anyways, I have now rambled enough on my outro. I've been Angela, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your hobby night. Bye, everybody.